Hello, everyone, and welcome to another game of Mausritter. Am I muted? I'm not muted this time. Look at me. I know what I'm doing. But yeah, we are here to dive back into this wonderful Mausritter game. We had played only one session before, so if you're curious what happened, head on over to our YouTubes. We got it there. But before we dive into this whole thing, let's go around the table. We will introduce ourselves. Do not mind Jess. Jess is traveling through the Matrix. So, my name is Lucas. I will be your GM for the evening. My pronouns are he, him. Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason, and I'll be playing Irvin the Immortal, who has become a small little mouse along with everyone else and kind of went AWOL last time.
Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve, and I am playing Hope Chubbins, the kobold gunslinger turned rodent.
And Jess.
Hi there. I'm Jess. I'm having mild technical difficulties. I will be playing Nancy, formerly an elven wizard, currently a small fancy mouse, who has a toad familiar named Sir Higginbotham.
Alrighty. So, last time... Oh, actually, I gotta do a couple things. First of all, music and sound effects are coming to you from Sirenscape. Do you want to travel off into a mystical adventure where you're climbing up a tree to try to get into its nose? Good news, you at least can have the auditory experience of that adventure. Head on over to Sirenscape, set up all your speakers in your house to be playing from Sirenscape, and jump into that whole new quest of your life. Also, we are proudly sponsored by Roll20. We're ambassadors. They saw our streams and said these are the ones that need to bring the word of Roll20 to everyone. So head on over to Roll20 for your cool online games. It is free to sign up. You can get all your maps and everything set up when you purchase stuff on there. Purchase a campaign. You don't have to set up any dang maps for anyone coming over to your place. You don't have to clean up anymore. Forget about that. Your living room is like a nest. You don't need to clean it. Yeah, so check out Roll20, real cool stuff. Previously on Mausritter, our characters were transformed into tiny little mice by Lady Bywood, their sponsor for these adventures. They were told to travel into this dying great world tree and make it to its last remaining heart that is located in the tree's nose. So they all headed on in. As they were going in, they were met with a cockroach guide named Scriminy. Scriminy told them to be careful in there because there are some new residents and all sorts of fun, weird, creepy things in there, but they'll probably be fine, and kept offering everyone creme brulee. So the party went on inside. They encountered a fun poison pit that they had to navigate around as we kind of learned the rules of Mausritter. Then, as they were going, they encountered one of the new residents, which was a strange, creepy little blobby creature that was pulling itself up with numerous arms, numerous eyes, and its face opened up in half with rows and rows of teeth. So they destroyed that very polite monster and on their way. Later, they encountered a worm inside of a cake named Cakester that they had to help, who had to make a phone call because, as we know, worms are the only people with working phones in fantasy worlds. So they helped Cakester talk to Wormium, calm them down. We brought in the Shrek soundtrack. It was beautiful, magnificent. Go check it out. And the party was on their way again, but they ran into a snake known as Venomous. The snake was chasing after them. They were trying to get the heck up this tree as they were getting away from the snake, but Himbonius sacrificed themselves to take down this snake. The party is unsure if Himbonius was successful. They were not. And so now we come back. Irvin, Little Mouse Warrior, you're just driving with everyone. This is a two-shot. You're back in it, baby. So you are all running through this tunnel in the Great World Tree. Your little mouse feet are scampering, your weapons clamoring, your armor is like dinging off of pieces of the bark that's sticking out, and as you are all going, suddenly the ground gives way. You are falling and scrambling. You are scratching at things with your little mouse claws. Your tails are slapping everywhere. Your ears flittering about, trying to catch every sound, every smell. And you fall down. And as you fall a fair ways down, you land into a big pile of crunchy, dead leaves. Quickly getting up, you look around and you find yourselves in a bar of some sorts. You see a scarred up old mouse behind a bar staring at you, and a number of other creatures in here drinking what looks to be purple beetles with no heads. Every time they take a sip from the beetle, they burp and little purple bubbles fly into the air. You see the patrons here are a mole, a squirrel, and 2 tiny field mice sitting at different tables. On the far side of the bar, there is a wooden door that appears to be reinforced. And the mouse behind the bar, she is looking at all of you, then looking at her ceiling. Well, that's a hell of a way to make an entrance.
Yeah, I do apologize. That was an accident. We were being pursued by a snake, and then the 4 fell out, and then we fell, and then we fell through your roof.
Yes, sorry for that. Thank you for this convenient pile of leaves. Oh dear, where are we? See, Edward, you've rejoined us. We lost you there for a moment.
I think we've lost him again.
He's in shock. Edward, say something.
Oh,
Oh
yeah, I think
no.
Jason
Going
straight up froze. Oh,
Is he back?
I'm frozen. What the fuck?
There,
You were frozen.
you're back.
You were all frozen for me.
It's your new internet.
Fuck.
such
Okay.
high end,
Here.
not choppy at all.
So while you're in this bar, there's like you see these little purple beetles. There's like a bin of them that she has behind the bar, and they're already dead. She doesn't have a giant bin of these live beetles. It's weird. But you see like the mole, he crawls on over. He's got what looks like some overalls on, little plaid shirt underneath the overalls as he's squinting his tiny little mole eyes. Another one, please, if you don't mind, Bob. I'll just like one more. And she pops the head off a beetle and hands it over to him, and he takes a swig, and these bubbles, they just float into the air as he moves back to his chair. So,
All right.
what are you all doing in here?
Real quick, is Tugboat with us?
Tugboat is not. You did hear a strange, sound, and I mean, this has happened before. Tugboat falls into other realities all the time.
I do. They're so special.
Oh, well, Flood, we done lost Tugboat. We lost Embonius. We got an Irvin.
We
It's
did,
something.
and-
Boy, Irvin's a very awkward word to say with my accent.
It's more like Irvin.
Or even.
Evan.
I never noticed
Irvin.
it before. I don't see your name very often.
Yeah, you can't usually don't say yours very hard, do you?
No, can't say that I do.
Although we're
Oh.
not far apart.
Well, just to regroup. Himbonius will be hopefully fine.
Oh, yeah, no, we've all died before.
Yes, of course,
Get
of course, and-
Tugboat
and
to talk
Tug-
to Xerxes. We'll just have to
Yes.
find Tugboat.
Yes, Tugboat will be fine wherever they are,
Go
hopefully.
on another adventure to recover Tugboat. It'll be fine.
Yes, we just need to continue to the nose of the heart, or the heart of the nose, whatever we're doing. Hello! I'm turning to the bartender.
It's Barb.
Bob, hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. What a lovely establishment you have here in this giant dying tree.
This is Barb's Bug Billiards and Bar.
Oh,
I
so
lo-
that's your name. You didn't mean bartender.
Nope. Though I like it and I'll take it. I am a bartender.
One bug, please.
I love the
Yeah.
alliteration. I would also appreciate a bug.
Takes a couple heads off and hands them on over to you.
Now, before I take a delicious taste of this refreshing beverage, what sort of payments do you accept?
Well, I'm kind of closing up shop soon, so I'm not really taking anything. It's fine.
Or just liquidating stock. All right.
More
And
or
yeah,
less,
that's what I like. Well, I do apologize for your loss of business.
It's,
But-
since the trees started to die and the new residents have moved in, and they're a weird bunch. They keep trying to eat everyone.
Well, we met him.
We have to we locked up the door there, had to reinforce it. There's a bunch of them on the other side of that door.
Oh dear. Yes, you should look into finishing up your shift and leaving rather promptly, probably, if there are that many of them.
Well, the only other way out of here is the old termite tunnels, and...
Well, there's also a hole in your roof.
Yeah, there's that. Oh, yeah.
I guess that explains why you want some ass. Last time we fell through the roof of a tavern, they threw a big old fit.
Oh, well, like I said, I'm moving, so...
Talk about how to kill them all. It
oh
was
my
wild.
God. You just kill people like
What?
that?
They're not normally, but they came at us with knives and stuff.
They did have a
what
lot
are we
of
supposed
knives.
to do? We can't just let them stab us just because they're mad at us.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't let a lot of people stab me.
Like, we tried to apologize. I was like, I have this big old bag of gold here for you.
Right.
You're like, no, I don't want it. I want to stab you. You put a hole in my roof. And I was like, well, what do you want me to do? I guess we gotta, like, stab and shoot and beat you up and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like these weirdos who are here. They keep trying to, I don't know, take everyone's life casually and politely, but... So, there's a lot of residents left, a lot died. Apparently they were just going to people's houses and eating them, so... Yeah, it's time to
unfortunate.
go. A lot of my customers are gone, so it's just the last crew here. There's Ethereon, the squirrel over there is collecting acorns. Holly and Jolly, I think, were trying to escape some battle, and that mole over there is Mr. Molesley.
Mr.
Yeah,
Molesley.
that sounds like a distinct name.
Yes.
Probably has some vital quest information.
I dare say it is quite creative.
I think they're a teacher of some sorts. I don't know.
This is great. I will say we are not locals per se. We are passing through. You said so. There are a number of horrible, mouthy creatures on the other side of the door, and the only other passage is termite tunnels.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of termites who would come to the bar for drinks and whatnot. They're all part of a hive mind, so like once you get to know one, you know them all. But yeah, they just kind of stopped showing up. A good half year ago or so, and those tunnels have been abandoned ever since. And they're creepy. So
Do this. Okay, Jesse's a player. I can't remember what we're trying to get to. Was
Trying
it
to the nose
the
of
heart?
tree.
The nose of the
There's a
tree, because
heart
that's
in
where
the
its heart.
nose.
Okay, something
That's
like
where
that.
hearts go.
That's where
they
tree
are.
hearts are. Okay, thank you. Do these tunnels happen to go? I know we've fallen a bit of a ways. Do these tunnels go near the tree nose?
Yeah, some of them do for sure. The termites made quite a system in there, but I guess just follow the grickle grass at this point.
Yes, the grickle grass.
Last time we followed the grickle grass, we almost got eaten by a snake, and then Himbonius did get eaten by a snake, and he didn't activate his bomb spell, and I'm very upset about that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know about any snake. There hasn't really been any snakes in here. They're not allowed. But
I'm
if
pretty sure
there's-
it's like a demigod.
Oh, well, it's a good
Yeah,
thing
it's
I'm
a bit of a
moving.
problem.
Yes. Well,
Irvin,
Oh.
he holds up his blade and he says, "Will I wager, as we go, I could just cut the grass, and then we don't have to worry about there being grass for snakes to hide it."
There you
I see this thinking with your old brain pan.
go. Are there ghosts in that sword?
There might be a few.
I swear one just winked at me.
Did it say
Probably.
anything? They're only supposed to talk to me.
I did not say anything. It was just a quick wink. It looked weird, like a hairless monkey kind of thing, hairless ape.
Well, that one's back from an old jungle battle I had.
What?
Irvin's haunted by his past.
Aren't we all? Aren't
I
we
think
all?
of it more as I like to collect memories.
Well, that's,
It's
hey,
one way of putting it.
that's positive thinking right there.
It is. And you, with your own positive outlook, Bob, you are going to go on to make an even bigger and better bar in a better tree. And we should be going to those tunnels, I suppose. If you are liquidating, however, can we get a few more of those beetles?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, these are delicious. Oh,
Oh,
like
it is
him.
very purple.
Evan, you want one?
Yeah, I suppose I would take one. It's quite a classic where I'm from, actually, to have beetles. The beetles were everywhere.
Well, these ones are on the house because the house is going down. So by all means, don't mind our last patrons here, but enjoy your time in the old termite tunnels, I guess.
Real quick before we go, let me just harass this mole man over here for just a sec because it ain't too often that you bump into named characters on your journeys and quests and whatnot. Usually they got something important to say. Hey, excuse me, Mr. Molesley.
Oh, yes. How can I help you?
What do you know about trees and tree hearts and noses and trees?
Well, I am a fungal expert, really, to be sure. I do love good mushrooms.
Oh, is they possibly important on our quest? What can you tell me about mushrooms?
Well, the mushrooms in the great tree are quite a delicacy. I would suggest having a few bites of some. If you come across them, you'll feel real energized. That's the last life of it, I suppose. But if you're what are you looking for in the tree itself?
It's a big old heart. I guess it's up in the nose.
Oh, yes, well, up you go. Just make past the, one of the seed rooms, you should be fine, but I heard the higher you go, the more pollution there is, so careful.
Yeah, I think that we can handle ourselves. I appreciate it. Did you all hear that? The mushrooms are power-ups. If we eat the mushrooms, then we get increases in power.
Ah, what a
Perhaps
useful
we
bit
could
of
grow
information.
slightly larger, or get an
Fools.
extra life, or throw fireballs or something.
Fools,
Oh, it would be
I'm
relying on
feeling
mushrooms.
very nostalgic.
The squirrel comes up to you, he's covered in these scars.
Oh gosh.
The real
Oh,
power.
we didn't notice this guy was covered in scars. That definitely means he's got something interesting to say.
The real power is in acorns. Acorns are the future, I'm telling you. I've been storing my spells in these acorns, and the power in them is far better than any simple tablet out there.
Oh,
I thought-
really?
All right, yeah, this place is just packed full of power-ups and what have yous.
I would love to see one of those acorns, if that's possible.
I bet you would. If you want to see one of these acorns, I need to hear a bit of a tragic backstory.
A tragic
I don't have a lot
backstory,
of
you say?
entertainment in a dying tree. so-
Well, shoot. I ain't got a tragic backstory. I grew up from a pretty stable home and
Okay.
all my relationships kind of just worked out, and then we
Supportive
kind of went our
parents.
separate ways. It's been pretty stable, all things considered. I feel pretty bad about Himbonius dying, but Himbonius died before, and I died next to Himbonius, so it's like a win-win kind of thing.
How
Yes,
did they
and-
die?
Got eaten by a snake, but we've fallen off of the moon and stuff, so getting eaten by a snake ain't that big of a deal.
Is the moon
Yes, and I was born rich, so don't.
Is the
I
moon
was
Evan,
thinking-
what do you got?
Everin?
I was thinking you were talking about something like scoliosis. That would be a tragic backstory,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
ask me.
Do you have scoliosis?
Not personally, but
No,
my
well-
sword may have scoliosis. Look at the way it bends and moves around.
It just looks
It's just
haunted.
not natural.
It's just haunted. It's a haunted sword. You people
Well,
are
Yeah,
no
it's
fun.
pretty tragic. Imagine being stuck in a sword or like becoming a sword or something. Like
Oh,
that's
yes.
gotta be pretty sad.
Sounds awful.
Just being a stick. It's kind of pointy.
Well, I'm
That
not
is
giving
true.
you any of my acorns then. I've heard nothing tragic
No.
here. Just
Wait,
well-adjusted
wait.
lives.
You
Okay.
see, you
Oh,
see
you know what?
all these.
Let me tell you the story of Tugboat. Tugboat was just some kid living on the streets, enjoying themselves, having a good time. Parents
they
are
were
dead.
enjoying their life on the
Oh.
streets.
All things considered, the parents was dead. Like that, and that's pretty sad. But like, then they kind of fell in with a rough crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it a gang called the Rough Crowd? And
No,
they had a good time?
I don't think that they even had a name. I about never mentioned a name. I think they're just like
Just a
rough
bunch of
crowd.
randos?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, probably. It's a bunch of weirdos.
Everin, you've known Tugboat longer than all of us. What do you know?
All I really know about Tugboat is that we don't talk about Tugboat's past. Everything about it is so bloody sad. It makes every soul in my sword weep. Do you not see them?
Oh my god. Like one thing.
One time, I believe, Tugboat. I can't even say
Oh
it.
my
It's just
God.
so
Oh,
sad.
wait. No, wait. I just remembered something.
Why are all of your
Tugboat,
lives
Tugboat
so
had
good?
cancer for a while. You remember when Tugboat had cancer?
Yes, Tugboat did have mild cancer. That was treatable, but very sad and scary.
Well, I'm glad they got better. That was a
Yes,
wild-
it
that
was
a
a
hard
hard
sad. We were all
time.
very freaked out. Tugboat came in and was like, guys, I got cancer. And I was like, oh no. And he's like, well, don't worry. I went ahead and took care of it.
What? Just, you know what? Take this acorn and leave me alone. They hand you an acorn, and as we discussed, mice have the innate ability to read arcane symbols, because that just makes sense in real world terms. Looking at this acorn, you see that it's glowing with these different runes that have been etched along the sides, but it appears that it has like one charge, but when you throw it, it'll make a sizable explosion.
Oh. Okay.
So, like,
Hey,
how
Irvin,
many?
you ain't been on our magical adventure. You want the exploding acorn?
Well, I would say I'm a bit of a explosives. Bleh, I can't speak right now. Explosives expert. I reckon that the blast radius of this would be so large that we would just have to place it and run immediately. Don't be anywhere near this when we detonate it.
That
Be far
sounds
away.
sounds very smart to thoughtfully place the bomb before
Yes.
detonating it.
Yeah,
leaving
you'll
the
just
area.
like huck it and then explode it point blank. That would be ridiculous.
That'd be foolish.
Look
Good
at
thing
this
that we
acorn.
figured out exactly
you
the
see-
scale of this.
Do you see a pole pin on this acorn? Because I sure don't.
You probably crack the top of it off or pull the little stick. Also, what are Holly and Jolly mice?
Yeah, they're little field mice, so they're probably like half the
Hello,
size
hello,
here.
little field mice. You also have names. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
What's going on? Why are you in here?
We are passing through on our way to the Hot Nose, and we were just curious if you had any wisdom or items.
There is a great battle going on outside. We were dancing with our friends and family, and it was a great harvest time. We were saying goodbye, our last time to say goodbye to the great tree before we went off. And then
Squirrel Man, get
then
over here.
this
There's a tragic backstory happening.
horrible machine fell from the sky. Smoke just pillared from this thing as it crashed down and exploded. The fire and the screams, everyone and everything was burning. We were the only two survivors. I can't.
Oh,
I
that
don't
is
know who.
tragic.
I don't know who did that, but
What kind of monster?
one day we'll
Would
get
just-
revenge.
You will. I believe in you.
Throw metal at poor little innocent creatures running about on the ground having a party.
I know I live for a maximum of 365 days, and I've really been burning the candle at both ends. But
Oh,
I
yes,
feel like I got
terrifying.
enough time to get this revenge in.
You do.
How many days old are you?
200. And you?
Boy, boy, I thought that you were a little bit younger than that. You look so small and adorable.
We're born adorable.
Oh, they're just classic. Squirrel Man, did you not just hear me? Get over here, listen to this tragic story that give us more acorns.
I can't recount it again. It's too. It's too
I'm
tragic.
fuming.
Far too sad. It's far too
Oh, I
sad.
drowned myself in these little beetle drinks, and then it
Yes.
drinks, and then it burps, and this big bubble comes out.
Yes.
And the squirrel
Well-
walks by. You just like to tease me. You just like to tell me that all things are tragic, and I listen to you, and your family loves you, and all things are fine. That you understand fire safety and make sure that your adventuring doesn't have negative side effects on the people around you.
Well, yeah, we try real hard.
You're all a
It's
bunch of
kind of
You're a bunch of almonds. That's what you are. A bunch of almonds. I'm leaving.
I think
I
of
like
myself as
almonds.
more of a hazelnut.
Don't you dare. Don't you. You are not a hazelnut. Don't you dare. Your life is too good. You're an almond. All of you. And they
Tugboat's cashew.
they
Tugboat
start-
is a cashew.
and they start crawling up towards the hole you made, since they are a squirrel and they can climb out of here.
Okay, well, all right. We have this acorn. We have these beetles. All right, Bob. Thank you again for your hospitality. I wish you much success in your new bar.
Yep. Enjoy the old termite tunnels. I'm fairly certain they're haunted, but
I think I've got
that's
that
the wrong
covered.
voice. You all seem like you know what you're doing, so enjoy the termite tunnels.
Where we go? I don't know how to do the whole little thing with this accent. I keep learning things about myself on this adventure. Isn't that exciting? Let's go.
So you open up there's like a little back door that they have. It's covered by a couple barrels that they have to move out of the way. But you step into these old termite tunnels. And walking through these tunnels, it's clear the fine work of the hive mind termites. The walls are uniform with perfect foot handholds that make it an easy walk through this steep upward slope. The breeze howls through these tunnels, sounding almost as though some great creature was crying out in despair. This is more than likely what was causing everyone to think that this place was haunted.
Yeah, sure is spooky.
You see little patches of grickle grass here and there, and every time the wind moves through it, it goes grickle, grickle, as it's kind of like giving you an idea of which way to go as you're following along. Irvin chopping at the grass to make sure no snakes are hiding within it. As you're moving, you suddenly feel tugging at your clothes, your feet, your tail. You look around quickly and see that what you thought may have been bark or little roots were actually pieces of termite. The walls, the ceiling, the floor, all termites that have been fused into their masterpiece tunnel system. Panicked rage begins to fill all their little eyes as they begin to claw at you painfully, and I need everyone to make me some dexterity checks. Rules of Mausritter, they're golf rules. You want to get low, you want to, it's a meter beat, so you want to get underneath your stat. And in Mausritter, you roll d20s, of course.
If it's a 9, I'm fine.
I got a 4 under 8. I'm good.
And Irvin?
Let me 1 second.
You betcha.
Do, 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 do. I met it.
All right, so these claws start grabbing at all of you, and you notice right away as you're kicking at them, you're trying to push away, you are scrambling through these tunnels, and they start becoming more and more as like they're starting to like tug at you, they're clawing painfully. I need everyone now to make me a strength check as you are trying to push your way through these clawed hands.
Shoot.
Way over.
It's 11. Oh, I failed it.
I think we all failed.
Okay. They grab onto you, and you feel like the little nails digging in, little pincers biting at you, like tugging at your tail, which you've never had tails before. This hurts like hell. As
The
you're
Hope has a tail.
oh, that's true, Hope Chubbins. So familiar feeling that you're not fond of.
Yeah,
So
no, she doesn't like people touching her tail. It's rude.
you are all taking some damage. Okay, you are all taking just 1 point of damage as these claws are tugging at you, clawing at you. You're pushing your way through. How are each of you making it through these horrible pieces of mutated termite?
Is my toad is with it? My frog's with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna command him. Like they're clawing at us, and he's probably bigger and much stronger than all of us. He's just kind of like pushing his way through, and I'm like, "Stop, Hickabotham! Eat some of these beasties and clear us a path."
And how about you, Hope Chubbins?
I think I would just go to see him and just start bashing the walls with my rifle until there's like just a bunch of crunchy bits in my way.
And Sir Irvin?
Irvin is taking his sword and using it as kind of like something in between a walking stick and a climbing pick, and he's just like stabbing it into termite and pulling himself and kind of being a cranky little curmudgeon the whole way. He's like, "Oh, he's a bunch of sharp little bastards everywhere. Oh, you hate them all."
Nice. So you all...
So aggressive.
You're just crunching, you're hitting, the frog is eating some as you're moving through here, and they're clawing at you. There's blood on your little mouse faces and like little scratches on your ears, but you're making it through these termite tunnels. And as you burst through, you enter into this open room, and you see in the center there is a throne that is made of bark and stone that has been sealed together with termite spit. The remains of a termite queen sit still in the throne, and in the room you see one of the new residents that's in the back that you've dealt with before. Their bloated form is being dragged around by many different sized little clawed arms that are moving them along. Their many eyes are looking up at their work as they are reaching into a cage. They're taking these termites out and sealing them into the wall with this dark magic as they are whispering these words, and their eyes flick towards you.
Oh, just a moment, please. I'm almost done over here. I'll be right with you. Just a moment, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So are all the termites dead, or are those live termites that he's smushing into the wall?
That's a great question. As you're getting a bit of a better look at him, you can see that the termites that he's smushing into the wall are still kind of alive.
And I noticed that, and I'm like, Hope, this creature has slain all of the termites.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I would think that this kind of counts as cruel and unusual punishment.
Yes. Well, maybe a little bit.
Come to think of it, this does look kind of rude.
Yes, well, it's important.
Wait, I'm
Would
gonna
you
have to
mind
ask you to...
stopping?
Yeah, exactly, knock it off.
Yes.
I can take a little bit of a break and come on over there to you.
Alright, now let's just go ahead and talk this out. Why are you sticking termites on the walls?
They begin to drag their form towards you. It's very slow as they're moving up. Their face splits open. Once more, you see rows and rows and rows of teeth that go to like a central point. They have no throat.
The last guy that had a face like that tried to eat me.
Oh,
I told him.
Well, you know, you need a little cheeky part every now and then. Have a little bit of nibble.
No, I understand. I
No
get
nibbles,
it, but
no
like
nibbles.
if you try to eat me, I'm gonna have to shoot you, and that's what I had to do with the last guy.
Oh, okay, we can do something a bit different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why don't you go and stop right there, and we can just talk this out.
Maybe a little bit of wall time.
No.
No, we ain't got time to be on the wall.
I lean back to Hope, and I'm like, Hope, I love your endlessly calm demeanor and your endless love of diplomacy. But I think in this instance we may have to choose violence.
We're all right if you say so, and I shoot the guy.
Yeah, so this is a surprise round. So remember, with
Surprise.
Mausritter, you automatically hit whenever you're doing your attacks, and so you just roll your damage. But whenever you're doing initiative, it's essentially you're rolling against your dexterity. If you meet or beat it, then you are going first. If you fail it, then the enemy is going. So, Hope Chubbins, you are attacking with your gun. Just a quick fire off against them.
That's 5.
So you bring your rifle up, you fire, this like little chunk of them just like flies off with one of their arms attached. Irvin, are you doing anything as this creature's moving upwards?
Aaron's gonna swing with his sword.
Your sword can extend, right?
Yes, it is like a slinky kind of.
Okay,
It'll do one whole point of damage.
nice. So you bring your sword down, and it just sort of like nicks them, taking a couple fingers off one of their many hands.
Oh, there's a little bit of violent tendencies over here, do I say? But maybe I'll just maybe I do need a little bit of a nibble.
As they're pulling themselves up, I need a dexterity check from everyone.
Real quick,
I got a
is
3.
Irvin's sword kind of like a chain sword, but just in the form of slinky?
It's like if you made a sword into sausages. It's like links, and
Yeah.
they
Kinda like
kind
a
of
snake
extend
blade.
in there.
They're kind
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. And
Yeah,
each
Tyson,
segment is
boy.
haunted.
of
a soul.
different ghosts.
Perfect.
Yeah, they all have their own rooms.
Yeah, I failed that dex save real bad, so
And Irvin?
I passed
Oh.
with a 3.
Okay, so Irvin and Hope Chubbins. The
I
two of
failed.
You, oh, you failed? Okay, so Irvin,
Yeah.
you have another go at this. This creature is crawling forward, and they're really picking up pace now as they're barreling towards you. Their maws open and shutting like this snapping sound. And Irvin, what would you like to do?
Irvin is going to try to just like jam that sword right in the maw
Nice.
for 5 points of damage.
Alrighty, so you take this sword and you just stab it forward. It cuts right through a part of it and just splatters out of the back. And the creature just seems to still be moving as you like quickly pull the sword backwards towards you, backpedaling a little bit. And it just seems like, although you are indeed hurting this creature, and looks like every time you're hurting it, you're slowing it down a little bit more, it just doesn't seem to be registering pain. The creature is coming up next. So it is going to do a few things. First, what it does is it, like, all of its eyes start vibrating as it's getting closer, and when it's close enough, the eyes just start popping. They just like pop, and like this goo is just spraying everywhere as it's coming closer and closer, and I need you all to make me dexterity checks.
woohoo! Made it.
That's a big fail.
Uh-oh.
Pass.
Okay,
So
so
I go.
Irvin, you take 1 point of damage as like this gunk falls on you, and it's like sizzling and burning as you're trying to brush it off of you.
A little bit of an oopsie doodles.
As
You're fucking disgusting.
this maw is coming down towards Hope Chubbins, who has shot this creature. Hope Chubbins, you are taking...
Don't do that.
You are taking 2 points of damage as they get...
Just a little taste.
Well, I did not care for that. They're kind of smart. Or I don't exactly have a ton of health. Not think that we lost a healer.
I will say you have the Restore tablet with you,
Oh,
which has
cool.
3 healing charges.
Cool. Oh, Tugboat had a spell too.
Oh wait, no, Nancy had the healer spell, right?
Well, I had one anyway for my class, but it's not the same.
So it is Hope Chubbins and Nancy.
Yeah. Yeah. How big is Sir Higginbotham in relationship to this weird toothy eyeball thing?
They're like half the size. Like, this creature is more like long than anything, right?
Okay. But it's bigger than my frog, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna say, stay back, you ruffian, and I'm gonna pocket sand him. I'm gonna crunch one of my incense cones, and it's just pure like patchouli dust.
Oh.
And I'm throwing it right in its like face, and I want to stab it. I don't know if I can do two things.
Okay, well, I'll give it a check to deal with your patchouli. Let's see here.
I can't imagine that
Actually,
tastes or feels good. And now that he's covered in eyeball wounds,
well, he doesn't register pain, is the problem.
oh, I forgot.
But you can still...
Taste this.
Yeah, you can still gross them out.
Yeah.
They did get a 4. So you throw this patchouli on them, and it does seem to cause them discomfort, like they don't like constantly eating this and smelling it, but it doesn't seem to be doing what you want it to do.
Darn. Okay.
But you can give them a quick little fun stab.
Yeah. Fun stab for 2 damage.
So you just
My hat pin.
quickly stab forward, pull it back as the creature is making this weird gurgling sound now. And Hope Chubbins.
Alright, I'm gonna have to ask you to go ahead and back up, surrender quietly, and we'll make this quick.
Yes.
Yes, you back up and surrender quietly so I could execute you, or yes as in no, I'm not gonna do that.
And you watch as it like heaves up a bunch of like this vile blood that has been leaking out. It's like this yellowish color, and it's just sort of like laying there, and it stops moving. It failed its strength check to continue fighting. When
Well, it's disgusting. I'll go
Look,
ahead and
Hope.
shoot it in the face again just to make sure.
you do indeed execute it in Mausritter, when the creature runs out of hit points, you start damaging their strength. It's basically like, think of it like backup hit points, the bad kind. But at the end of their turn, they have to roll again to make like a strength check to see can they carry on fighting. They failed hard with a natural 20. The time I get a natural 20 and I'm failing. But yeah, so then Hope you just execute this creature.
Well, that was unpleasant.
Yes, it was awful.
We should search this area for mushrooms and acorns real quick.
Yes, and open all of these little termite cages so they can go free. Get out of the
Well, I
street.
don't know about that. They might just try to eat us.
No, Bob said they're generally chill.
Okay. We have all right. Yeah, go ahead, pop those open. We'll go look for some mushrooms. Let's get blasted and go find this hut.
Mausritter investigate.
What do you roll for Mausritter investigations? I guess like a will?
Will? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to focus. 'cause
So-
we're little meese.
Dear
Oh
listeners,
no, I'm bad at that.
there are 3 stats in Mausritter. You have strength, dexterity, and will. So obviously strength is for your brute force kind of things, dexterity, getting the hell out of the way, or maybe doing some acrobatic dangerous stuff. And will, I guess, just the rest of all the mental things.
Yeah, well, failed.
Okay.
I passed.
And I also failed.
So Irvin and Hope, you kind of like, you're looking around a little bit, kicking some rocks, and figure, what the hell, let's let these termites out. When you let the termites out, they all just like scramble towards their dead queen. And they're all just standing there. There's probably like a good 12 of them. As they just look, they just stare, not moving, not doing anything, just waiting for orders.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Well, that's a bummer. I wish the squirrel was here for that.
I want to. I know I just did a search roll, but I have an idea.
Oh yeah, so for you, as you're looking around, like the queen's throne looks like it's been sitting here for some time. Like there's like a little bit of dust and everything, a little bit of cobwebs that are set up here and there. They said that the termites kind of went missing after 6 months, and nobody really knows what happened to them. So you're guessing that this queen has been dead for at least this long, maybe a little bit less. You don't know how these creatures operate, but looking around, you can see the effects of this dark magic and this pollution that's been put on things. Little areas of the wood that the termites have been working with, they usually make like stone. You feel it, and it's soft and squishy, like it's rotting. But you do find one like scraggly looking mushroom that is it's red with like white polka dots all over it.
Oh, here's one of these mushrooms. Hold on to it. Or eat it now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I'm honestly kind of feeling kind of crap right now, so I think we're just gonna eat it and hope I don't die.
Mind if I take a bite as well?
Yeah, go
Maybe
ahead,
we
get
all-
yourself a little nibble.
Maybe we'll take a nibbles. That creature's
Let's all pop some edibles here.
The creature kept saying the word nibbles, and it just stuck in my mind now. Why am I Australian now? What's happening?
I don't know, it just kind of like seems to spread out and capture everybody. It's a lot of fun to do.
I'm going to stick with my accent.
What I do, I think I can get a little bit of hope getting in here. Just a little bit.
Until we bring the JFK accent back, and it'll just throw
Yeah.
Well,
Eve
you
for
know,
a
like a
spin.
little bit of JFK, I'll go ahead and sneak in there occasionally too.
It's the mushroom. What's the mushroom do?
You're all
Turns
having
into JFK.
you're all having little nibbles of this mushroom, and it's good. It's fun. It's like you're having it, but it's like essentially kind of like you're having like a coffee. Like it's energizing you. You're feeling good, and like you're feeling like you can carry on in this adventure. Essentially, if you were knocked down and like you needed time to rest, this would have kind of like recuperated you from that. But you all decided to give it a nibble now, so.
Okay, well, I didn't quite understand like the context of that, but
Thought it was more
for
like-
the future.
Thought it was more like a potion.
You got like a single sentence from the mole, and then you ran off.
So, does this perhaps improve my?
You
If
feel
I had to
good.
quantify my hit points,
No.
how much damage I've taken, does it improve that any?
But in Mausritter, you can take an hour-long rest if you want to heal up a little bit. I believe it allows you to heal up a d6 plus something. I will look that.
Do we think that we got an hour, or is it like something else happening, like literally described as happening at this moment that might radically change our situation?
Well, you know that someone crashed a plane into the tree and caused a large fire, and this is a giant dead tree made of dry wood.
Yeah, like, I don't know that we got an hour to like chill out and whatnot. Well,
But
just
you
say,
do have those tablets though that can.
Yeah, we have those.
yeah, because like if I had to quantify my HP, I'm normally at about a 5, and now I feel like I'm at about a 2. You know, and like I've seen some people who I quantify as it's normally a one.
Oh, so a short rest in
I
Mausritter
took beating.
is actually a little bit different. I'm gonna just give you a full thing of this. Short rest is just hanging out for a couple minutes, having a swig of water, just chilling for time because most die
we've been
fast.
doing that eating this mushroom and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's a short rest.
So that is a D6 plus 1 hit point back.
Yay!
That's fine.
Holy
I
moly.
like that. Yeah,
Yay,
I
we all
guess
feel better.
It's so easy to kill these mice that they
We
need
need
to
to
be
rest.
able to sit.
I'm back on full
Well,
HP.
We're all
I got 2 because I only rolled a 1.
And in Mausritter, if you take a long rest, which essentially is like camping, and like have a meal, have some sleep, it'll fully heal you, plus restore a D6 to an attribute score that might have been damaged.
Cool.
And a complete rest, like full rest, is a week back at home, chilling, not doing anything,
Gee,
and that's
that's
That's a long
like
time.
yeah.
that's like 1/54th of their life.
Yeah. These mice
Jeez.
really love just relaxing and enjoying life. Adventure is just
I
a thing
guess
that
if you only got like a year,
you
gotta make the most of it.
We've been going on about how like real life mice like how long they live. I don't know in Mausritter if they go that far as to
Just like talking to an old man, like, I'm 297 years old. And it's like, no, man, that
yeah, they don't ever talk about age.
days.
So I
Don't worry about it.
imagine in the real Mausritter game, where you have all these professionals who are there with like their accounting visors and everything, as you do when you play Mausritter, they probably talk about how these creatures live for like normal human lifespans. But here, it's this is a deadly world when you're in Loch Railta. They're not living long. That poor field mouse has 365 days tops.
Well, speaking
That's
of
pushing it.
yeah, speaking of short-lived critters, I see all these termites just standing here sadly around their queen, waiting for an answer, and I want to go up behind the throne, and I use the end of my my hat pin that's also my rapier, and I kind of poke the back of her head so it looks like she's
Your
moving.
weekends at Bernie's, the dead queen.
Yes, I am. And I
Okay.
will say, I'm like, cough, cough, F, F, F. Ah, yes, my brave subjects. Do they react?
Make me I guess a will check for this.
Okay, low. Yes, natural one.
Okay, yeah,
Oh!
they're all skittering. They all kind of like bunch up together in front of the queen, like pushing against each other, trying to like get to the front. Yes.
Yes, you have all been very brave during my infirmament.
You're
But
missing
now-
parts of your body. Are you okay?
Yes, I am fine now.
Okay.
But these are perilous times, and I have much work to do, and so I need you to listen to me. You need to go back through the tunnels, back to Barb's bar. You know, the barber.
Yes.
Yes, and you will stay with her and work for her and assist her however she needs until I come and get you.
Yes. As they all just sort of like
Yes.
quickly turn around and get out of there.
Oh, all right.
Nancy, they was very clever.
I thought so too.
And the head of the queen just like falls to the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
Ooh,
Anything good around that throne?
Is she wearing a tiny crown?
Yeah, I like to think so. It's probably
Oh,
the little
how
crown made out of
tragic.
like termite spit.
Oh,
Got
how
like
sad.
a
She
scepter or
doesn't.
something?
She doesn't
That'd be
need
pretty
this.
neat.
Listen, Nancy's
It's-
gonna be fancy, so
Fancy Nancy.
termite crown.
Nancy's rocking it.
All right,
All
so
right.
all
Let's go
civilians
and get
accounted
a
for.
heart.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I'm feeling great. You know what? I'm having a blast on this adventure.
It is one of our more fun ones.
Kinda wish I'd been turned into a lizard or something, but like, I'll get over it.
You carry on from the termite throne room, and once more you're going back into these old termite tunnels. And as you walk through the remainder of the old termite tunnels, they gradually get larger and larger until you're walking into a room that is filled with dried out seeds. These seeds are very, very big. They're bigger than you, and they're attached still to tiny vines and little branches that are sort of reaching out into this room of the Great World Tree. But they look sickly. They look sickly, like a grayish purple. And they have a rainbow sheen to them, this strange oil that's on them. The ground as you step in here is mushy and soft as the wood is rotting. And every so often a piece of the wall falls off and just splats onto the ground. Hunched over and leaning on a rusted metal pipe for a staff is a sickly-looking albino rat. And they reach a hand out to one of the seeds that still looks quite good, and they wither it and rot it in front of them, but they don't seem to notice you.
We should sneak by them. This creature probably works for Venomous. He's doing his dark work.
Yeah. Why don't you hide in here? So, yeah, let's just get around. We've been fighting a lot of guys, and they're all kind of... They'll play nice, but they're all kind of just like dicks.
I can't imagine any kind of decent person would do that to that seed. It was beautiful.
I'm not much of a seed person normally, but, like, I got a hankering.
These seeds are solidly poisonous and rotten and not... Ugh.
The priest, she raises this like rusted metal pipe and just brings it down to the seed and smashes it open as you watch this little like slug-like creature falls out of it. This red creature's little arms start to sprout from it and eyes all over as its head splits open and closes.
Hold up. All right. This thing seems to me be making all of those little dicks that are running around causing problems. So, like, honestly, I think that maybe we should, like, do something about it.
I think you are right.
Well, I didn't want to be right, but, like, here we go again. It just keeps happening to me.
All right, everyone
all right,
at one.
Want me to go ahead and just shoot it?
We can all attack at once.
Are you
Surprise.
sure that you wish to do that?
Yes.
She's like still sort of hunched over a bit of the husk of this seed, not facing you.
Hey, Irvin, you should probably just throw that bomb at her.
Wait, what?
Yeah, just throw the bomb.
Hold on.
She
No.
gets up, leaning on the staff.
Wait. Why do you have a bomb in here? Who the hell are you people?
We told
Who are
some
you?
tragic backstories, and the
Are
square
you really
gave it to
telling
us.
me you don't know who we are? Do you see us? We are completely and utterly notable.
You do seem like a notable group, but I don't know you.
Well, I don't know, like, how much of them has, like, preceded us in terms of, like, you know, the rodent kingdoms, but, like, up with, like, the bigger folk, they know us as the notable individuals, and we're quite the adventuring party.
We are.
You should leave.
You
This
should stop
isn't
making
where
those
you
weird...
belong.
You should stop making those weird slug eyes.
Normally, I'd understand your point, but currently we're inside of a tree, so what does it mean to leave when you're in a tree?
I'm
Leave, I get it.
simply creating life from life.
Well, it looks like you are poisoning it.
Is it no different from when the fox eats the rabbit?
Well, yeah, but the fox ain't a complete asshole like those little
Have you
pricks.
met foxes?
Yeah,
What about cats? Cats are dicks.
I mean, like, they can be, but, like, they're not
They
inherently a
often
dick.
are.
Every single one of those little bastards I've met's been a complete asshole.
I ensure
Real
that
cunt.
they all know their manners.
Well, no, like, that they sit there and talk nice, and then you're like, hey, you better not try to eat me, and they're like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and eat you. And it's like, that's not
Also-
nice. Just because they say something calmly, it doesn't mean that it's
They're
nice.
simply predators.
Yes,
You know-
and you have set up your horrid situation in the center of the World Tree. This is a holy sanctum, and you are defiling it.
The World Tree is gone. It has died. Why do you linger on things that are no more? Your lives are short. Go live them elsewhere.
No, actually, I'm actually on Kobold. Like, we live a long time.
So this
like,
isn't
it's
even
really
your realm.
long. So, like, why don't you go ahead and knock that off? Go, like, find yourself, like, a nice other rat and, like, make babies that away.
Oh, I already did. I have so many kids. Life was good for a while. This is like kind of my last job that I'm doing.
There's retirement.
You should try, like, painting or something then.
I am painting. I'm painting life.
No, you're painting a bunch of assholes into the world.
Well, I don't want you to throw a bomb at me, but I will fight back if threatened.
But if you don't want us to throw a bomb at you, then you should knock it off.
What if I tell you I'll knock it off and you can just leave?
Well, how can we know that?
Oh, I'd lie, but you could believe the lie. Gaslight
Well, now
yourself.
I can't believe it. You just told me that you're gonna lie.
Well, yes, I'm going to lie, but what if you lie to
But-
you?
I appreciate the honesty, but, like, I can't lie to myself. I gotta be honest with myself and accept my lived experience.
Well, maybe you can lower your bar of expectations for a happier you.
But look, alright, I got pretty low bars. Like, I'm pretty chill. I'm relaxing. I'm vibing on some mushrooms right now.
Alright, so it was good. It was good seeing all of you. You can all leave now. Okay, bye.
Well, no, because you just
carry
gonna
this
make
on
more
later.
dicks. We've already
Well-
dealt with plenty of dicks. We don't want to deal with any more. Like, I had to watch all these sad termites sit there and just, like, stare at the dead queen. Like, I don't want to do that.
Well, the queen was bossy.
Okay, well, you seem awful bossy telling me that I'm
I'm
lying to
telling you not to
myself.
throw a bomb at
and
me.
walk
I feel like
away.
my bar's low. Okay, anyways,
What?
I'm gonna carry. What's that?
Everyone make me will text.
What's that?
I don't know, I'm better
That's how you
with
cast
that.
spells in Mausritter.
Yeah.
What's up?
That's
Ooh.
Pass. I rolled a 2.
Whatever.
got a 4.
I got a 6.
They
Low rolls.
they hold their hand out and like this like oil just shoots out, and you all quickly scurry out of the way as mice do, and everywhere it hits, like it just sort of like bubbles and gloops. It doesn't like melt everything or destroy it, just sort of like covers it and just smells absolutely putrid. She's holding her hand out going, oh fuck.
Well, you tried to
Well,
melt us.
Hold on, no.
You tried to melt us
Prove
without
it.
warning. We told you that we were going to throw a bomb at you if you didn't knock it off. Now
I
you're here
didn't. I
not
didn't.
knocking it off.
I didn't do anything.
I will detonate this thing.
You don't have to.
Don't.
Okay, how about I'm going to leave? All right, I'll leave.
No, you're going to just leave after throwing acid at us.
I didn't throw acid. It wouldn't burn you. It just confused you.
I'm not confused. I
Because
saw
you got
it.
out of the way. Okay, I'm going this way.
And she starts going like the entrance
I wanna-
that you all came from.
I want to cast grease in a way that she'll slip and slide into her own confusion goo.
Sure, yeah. So I believe
Well,
that
I
just
do
kind of
the
works.
same
She just has to
thing.
make a check, and her
Ah.
dexterity is
Is
not
it-
great.
Is it a state of confusion?
So
Isn't it like a greaser up a little bit?
So you use one of the charges of your grease, just shooting it out, and she slips into it like, oh no! And it tastes so good! As she's like going towards, and then she's like trying to scramble. Her little rat claws are like scraping along, but the momentum's too great. She loses her pipe along the way and rolls into the goo as she's just kind of like laying there, and it looks like she's swimming.
Ugh.
And
Does Oh, sorry. Keep
the,
going.
The little red creatures they're like little baby-sized ones. They're all starting to go towards her.
Oh, just like a cheeky little boy, a little nibble. Oh, just have a little nibble.
They're all going towards her.
Ooh, all right. I think this problem will solve itself, so I think we can go.
I think I'm
We'll
gonna go
take
ahead
this
and have a
fight.
tawny little nibble.
Yeah, Hope's gonna pick up that pipe.
Yeah, rusted metal pipe. Sweet.
Yeah, nothing special about it, it's just a pipe.
Yeah, no, she's just a rat, you know? Just kind of doing her
It's a
job.
rat wizard.
Okay. Yeah, no,
If
got
this
no,
was a long game, 100% I'd make that pipe cool as hell.
don't just
We gotta
gonna,
go. Yeah, we're not
attach
gonna.
it to my rifle as like a big extension.
I like it, yeah.
Let's not stick around for her getting eaten. Let's just go.
Oh, ain't that nice?
Just having a little bite. And
We-
the rat lady starts screaming.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Oh boy, yeah. Okay, well, you enjoy your all that life that you painted and tell me that they ain't complete dicks.
Reaping and sowing and such.
Trading some life for another life.
Oh, the
You know-
consequences of my actions!
Enjoy finding out and what have yous.
So the next tunnel is quite long as you're sort of like trudging through, and as you're going more and more, the rot from this pollution is carrying onward. It's just like this soft, squishing ground. It almost feels unnerving because you're worried that it's just gonna sort of like fall out. But this tunnel is just stretching on forever as you're going, and it's like a fairly upward climb. What do you all do kind of like while you're climbing this steep tunnel? Aside from glitching out like nuts.
Well, I think that Opie, she's winding up her clockwork rifle and humming a little. She still got All Star stuck in her head, so she's humming that.
That makes sense.
I've just taken one of my flower petal handkerchiefs and I've cleaned myself a little bit because mice are very clean actually. And I've like cleaned my little whiskers and my ears and I've adjusted my little crown over the top of my flower witch hat. You know, I adjust Sir Higginbotham's hat too, and he also has a tiny top hat. So we're just clean and we're prepared and we're ready. We're making progress.
Nice.
Irvin is just kind of talking to the souls in his sword to get information. And he's just kind of asking, like, do any of you have any idea as to why this tree is so fucked up with all these weird beings all over?
Venomous seeks to return the world to the old ways. Do not trust the whispering serpent.
All right, that's appropriately vague. I appreciate it.
It's ghost culture.
So you're carrying on as you're walking through these squishy tunnels, and eventually, as you're walking onward, you enter into this long cylindrical chamber, and you realize you've done it. You've made it to the nose. The walls of this room are succumbing to rot, but still show the grandeur of what once was. Images carved or shaped into the wood show the creatures who lived inside the great world tree, living in harmony, protecting their home from all manner of creatures. They show pictures of love, of life blossoming, and of how the great world tree looked after them, providing for all their needs. In the center of the chamber, you see a green orb swirling with a golden light inside. It is held from all sides with vines that have arcane runes etched in. Coiled around this orb is a snake. Its one eye is caved in and blood is leaking down, slightly dried. Its tongue flicks out every so often, tasting the air.
Well, welcome back, notable individuals.
I've got a bomb.
What?
I have a bomb.
You can't. No. No. You can't use a bomb in here. You'll destroy the heart of the tree.
Try me.
Aren't you trying to get the heart of the tree? Protect it?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but that's why we gotta feed you the bomb. Push you out of the tree.
look, it's a nut. It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, go
But it's
down here
also
and
a
eat this
bomb.
nut.
Maybe should have started with it being delicious before not mentioning it was a bomb.
No,
I already
honesty.
I had a snack. A Himbonious snack.
Yeah, no, I'm not too happy about this. It's gonna be a whole thing to get him Boney's back from the dead now.
It's wicked
Can we
heartburn.
Can we
Good.
see if any part of the snake is like wriggling around like Himbonia's fighting? From the
There's,
In there?
there's a noticeable bulge probably like partway down the snake, but it isn't moving.
I
Oh.
lean to Irvin and I'm like, if this goes sour, you might need to cut Himbonius out.
Himbonius just needs to flex a little bit harder.
He flexed as hard as he could.
Even harder. I know Himbonius can do it.
Venomous?
No, I'm pretty sure the Boney's is dead.
I refuse to believe it.
Boney's we've all died before. It's really not that big of a deal.
Yes,
Zix
but you can
is either like
you can
love
feel it
us
in your
or
heart
hate
when one of
us.
you can feel it in your heart when one of us dies. I'm not sure I'm feeling it. So
This is
But
no
being eaten-
1970 Dodge Charger situation. This is real. The stakes are real. You stand in the
yeah.
way of progress. Nyarlathotep offers a solution. To destroy the living. To bring back the storm.
Okay,
I know.
well, I don't know who that is, but he seems like an asshole.
A bit.
Okay, so I can't let you do that. You gotta get down there off their heart.
hey Lucas,
Yeah,
how tightly is this snake wrapped around this orb?
not super tightly.
Okay, I had a bad idea.
Just blow it
I
up.
think you had a good idea. I'm pretty sure I know what's your idea.
Yeah, but then it's gonna
Do
be really soon.
Do it.
I'm gonna say we are the notable individuals. We will be taking that heart, and I'm gonna cast grease on the heart so that he can't.
So you shoot this grease out, it arcs into the air. The snake is just sort of like watching and watching. Everyone's watching. The grease keeps arcing and it just splats on the orb as the snake sort of twists its head a little bit.
What? Why'd you do that?
Haha!
That's all. Just
I'm just going to eat it.
Good luck getting your mouth around all the grease.
Also, grease is flammable.
Yes, the
That's
tree
when someone
is
else would set
already
it on fire.
Alright, well, see, do you see the problem? If you eat the heart, then we'll just blow you up because we're losing the heart anyways, right?
Good points.
And everyone, please make me strength checks.
oh.
I'm okay at this.
That's a fail.
Oh, well, I failed it.
Failed it!
Awesome. So all of you are like standing there, weapons ready, kind of like ready to move, and you all feel as this like green vapor enters into your twitching little mice noses. This poison enters your system as you take 1 point of damage. And
Ew.
it's still like in you, and you feel like you kind of like cough up a bit and some blood splatters out.
Grease.
Well,
I thought you were supposed to be poisonous or venomous, not poisonous.
it's just a name.
Yeah, I think it's like just this general vibe.
It's corruption, pollution. That's kind of my thing.
Generally toxic.
I have a difficult time with long-term relationships.
Where
And I'm
this
sure
guy
it's never
sucks?
your fault. It's
Always
never your
everyone
fault.
else's fault. I'm such a no drama person.
You're a real snake, if you ask me.
And they dart forward. Everyone, please roll me dexterity checks as you are determining initiative.
16.
Oh no!
Pass.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Hope Chubbins, you bring your rifle up as you're like, whoa! As you're getting ready. This snake is moving fast.
See, if you're coming at me, I'm going to have to shoot you. This is what I keep telling people, and they keep coming at me, so I have to shoot them. So I'm going to shoot you in the face right now, like police hold still. It's 3.
3 damage. I keep thinking you have to roll to hit. So you fire this rifle, and it like takes this little chunk of the snake off as it like flies off. And when the chunk of the snake flies off and hits the ground, it begins bubbling and melting a hole in the tree as the snake is like sidewinding, moving quick, and it is coming in for like a slam against everyone. So I need all of you to make me a dexterity check as the snake is trying to slam its whole body and like crush you against the wall.
That's another
I get
fail.
crushed against the wall.
Yay, I got a 2.
All right, so Nancy, you jump onto Sir Higginbotham and you like leap over
Aha.
the snake, but you other two are like, what? As the snake just brushes against, and each of you are taking 2 points of damage as you feel your little mouse bones crunch a little bit as the snake is now like moving and sidewinding away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Nancy. Oh, I could use a bit of a bandage in here.
No worries, my friends. And from the back of Sir Higginbotham's leaping frog form, I hold up the tablet of whatever gives you hit points. I have heal, I have restore.
So there's like so one of them essentially when you use it, it will like you can use 1 charge to heal 1 person, 2 charges to heal 2 people, and it'll be another d6 plus 1.
Okay, yes. I'm gonna should I just use all 3 and heal us, or hold on there?
How bad is everyone? I'm
okay.
1.
Oh yeah, I burned 2 to heal them.
Okay.
And it's just like, ah.
So a d6 for each of you, plus 1.
Oh yeah. Full health again.
Well, I'm back to 4 out of my 5.
Rolling bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've
wait,
rolled 1
we
and
do
then a
want to
2
roll
now.
bad. Is there any
I will
way?
say this: it does heal the poison out of your systems, you two. But Nancy, you still have the poison in you.
Oh no,
I got the
Well, yeah,
poison in
forgot about that poison.
I did
Oh, I
too.
feel fresh as a daisy.
I have another bad idea though. So
So you use the
just
healing as
want
Sir
to?
Higginbotham is jumping. Irvin, what would you like to do?
Irvin looks at the sword and he says, "Souls, don't let me down. You know what to do." And he tries to swing his sword and make it like just carve out a pattern around where Himbonius is.
Okay,
He's doing his
so you're
best. Just
trying
cut
to
him
cut
out.
Okay. So I'll say this is like a feat of strength. So go ahead,
Okay.
make me a strength check.
If you succeed, I think I'll be able to describe exactly what happens here.
I did succeed.
So you
I won.
You bring your sword. You got a nat 1. Okay.
No, I got 7. My strength's an 8.
Okay, so you bring your sword down, cutting, and like the side of the snake just sort of like splits open. A very crushed and like mucus covered Himbonius just slurps out as their eyes are wide and like blank and like white
Okay,
as they
I've got
just
I've
pull
got-
out.
two movie references here. The one most people have probably seen, Anaconda, where what's his face gets puked out by the snake. And then Deep Rising. That's the name of it, which is a very fun and stupid 90s monster movie about like a cruise ship that gets attacked by like some sea monster
Oh, like
thing.
the Kraken thing that like absorbs someone out of a toilet.
Yeah,
like,
then
rips the
like
person through the
a whole
toilet?
bunch of like pirates go onto it to like
Yeah.
rob it, and they're like, "Where the fuck is it?" But anyways, at one point, a tentacle
Oh
eats
my
a guy,
God.
and then it gets sliced open, and the dude falls out, and he's just like half his face is all melted off, and he's going and then dies.
I haven't thought
That's
about
what I'm
that
picturing him
movie in
bonus.
like 10, 15 years of my life. When I was
I
a kid,
love that movie.
I used to watch all those like stupidest, like, you know, like Anaconda, the one with the fucking giant ass crocodile in the lake, like that kind of stuff. And I never understood that those were B movies when I was a kid, and now I love B movies, and it's really just what helped blossom that.
God, now we can watch Deep Rising again.
Yes.
I
It is
love that
fun.
movie. it sucks. It's amazing.
So, like when the lady got like sucked through the toilet too, I was like, I kind of don't want to use the toilet right now. I was like, I don't know, I didn't know, that wasn't cool. Okay, so Irvin, you cut Himbonius out, but Himbonius is definitely 100% dead as they sort of like slurp out, like crushed all together. Rigor mortis is set in as they're just like one solid mass, and they just sort of plop out. This snake just roars in pain. You go ahead and roll that damage.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does he get damage for that? He should get
Yeah.
damage for that.
It's 1 point of damage.
For all that!
It was such a good cut. It was like so thin, like razor sharp.
Fucking
that the-
surgical.
Yeah, the body just sort of like slurps out and the skin goes back together. It's still cut, but like very much. They're not bleeding from this.
Irvin, I told you to let the sword dull up just a smidge. It doesn't need to be that razor.
I'm keeping it sharp just like my wit.
So yeah, Irvin, you cut them out. You cast this spell to heal people, Nancy, and we go back to. Do you roll for each round in Mausritter, or is it just the same? Let me just double check these rules. Learning new TTRPGs. Man, we've played like 3 or 4 different TTRPGs during this Dungeons and Dragons game. Let me just check something real quick. Combat. Dun-dun-dun-dun. There's like 2 small paragraphs that encapsulate all of combat. If you want a rules-light game, check out Mausritter. It's actually pretty freaking rad. On your turn of combat, the mouses can move 12 inches. That's fun. You make a dex save to act before opponents, and the following combat rounds maintain this order. Okay, we're maintaining the order. So Hope Chubbins, you are back at him.
You're right, I did not appreciate getting slammed into the wall, so we go ahead and just try to shoot out your other eye there. Just like make you blind. Let me go out walking around and stuff. Oh, excuse me, slithering around because you're a fucking snake.
That's
Anyways.
rude.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you in the eye now.
Okay, if
Does it
you want
roll
to try to
damage
shoot in
for
the
that?
eye, I will say you can make a dexterity check and try to shoot it in the
Okay.
eye.
It's pass, baby.
All right, roll
Got
that
it by
damage.
2. Well, that's only a 2.
So you
One of
you
these days
shoot
I'm gonna
its
get
eye.
that coveted 8.
Yeah, you damage it as it closes its other eyelid, and like blood splatters out, and that blood too is like sizzling and melting stuff. And this snake is thrashing around now, like it's fairly large, as it's like hitting all sides. Like you feel the trees, walls shaking because like they're all rotting, right? Like pieces of this wall are falling down, pieces of the ground are falling away, as this snake then turns to bite.
Oh, yeah, you didn't like that one there, did you?
I am gonna roll a d6 and we will see who it bites because this snake is blounded. So we have 1, 2 is Irvin, we have 3, 4 is Hope Chubbins, and 5, 6 is Nancy. Excuse me. 5, 6. So it does not know where it's looking. So it goes and it bites forward while it's like writhing around, and just as you're like bounding away with Sir Higginbotham, and he's making like large like boom boom as he's moving. He's a big boy. So it's the snake picks it up and like bites forward, And Nancy, you are taking 3 points of damage as it
Ooh.
bites down onto you, and you feel these like large fangs sink into you. And please make me a strength saving throw.
Yeah, I forgot that they could kind of detect things with their tongues and stuff. Like they have a whole bunch of sensory
There's a lot of
organs
senses.
beneath their eyes. If anything, their eyes are probably one of their worst parts.
You're muted if you're talking. Yeah, Jess, we cannot hear you.
Hello,
There you go.
hello.
Yep, you're
There-
good.
there you go.
Okay, my computer's she's struggling. Anyway, I did make the strength check, but I am at 0. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so now that it is all your turn, what you have to do is you have to make another strength saving throw to essentially keep going. Let's see, your hit points and protection. Once HP is depleted, the damage will then be dealt to your strength check.
Okay.
Oh, after taking strength damage, the creature must make a strength save. You haven't taken any strength damage technically, so you are still good. You're just real messed up.
Hurt. Okay. I think he bites me and we like clatter the ground, and I'm like, Sir Higginbotham, and I touch his cheek, and I'm like, the heart, and he nods and he understands, and I'm gonna roll, and we're basically separating, and I'm going to what can I do? And he can't see us. But he has a great sense of smell. I'm going to obscure my last piece of incense. I'm going to again crush it up, powder it up, just throw it into the air so that he's also further disoriented because he can't smell. All he's gonna smell is really strong patchouli, and I want Sir Higginbotham to try to scoop up the heart.
Okay. So this creature is going to have to make a check. So you toss this patchouli into the air at this snake who just bit you. And so like you toss into the air, and like it seems to be confused. It's sort of like shaking its serpentine head back and forth. This patchouli just smelling it up. It's like, this is too much. And your frog, Sir Higginbotham, is just leaping forward towards this heart. The heart is covered in vines. Sir Higginbotham will need to make a check to get through these vines.
Okay. Is that strength or dex?
It'll be a strength with disadvantage because unfortunately the orb was greased.
That makes it more tasty though.
He has to get it out.
Oh, I got a 7 and a 3 under 10.
Okay. So it's kind of like, you know, little frog legs scrambling for a bit while it's sort of like chomping down, but it does manage to pull away enough of the little vines that it grabs onto this orb that it has in its mouth as it's pulling it away. And the orb's like, it would be like the size of a golf ball to a person, but to this frog it's fairly large as it's sort of like slowly backing up.
Big
And,
old toe.
uh,
Once again, a frog has the magic item.
I know.
Real quick. Wait, we're mice. We could read arcane runes. What did the vine say?
You don't know. It's too far away. The frog saw it
Oh,
though, but the frog
dang.
can't read magic.
Oh, the frog can read magic. It's just we can't communicate with the frog.
Irvin, what would you like to do?
Is the snake still bitten down onto Nancy, kind of? Or
I think it would have released it because it's dealing with the patchouli nonsense now.
okay. I don't know how acrobatic Irvin has to get for this, but he's going to try to like scramble up and jump and just stab down on the snake's head.
I like it. Yeah, I would say this would probably fall more under dexterity. So you can make one of those checks.
Come on, low roll. That is a fail.
So, Irvin, you are trying to scramble up this snake, but it is tossing and moving and wriggling and wreathing, and you sort of just like, you almost get there and you slip and you fall down near Nancy. So you and Nancy are kind of like right by each other. Nancy looks rough. She's like these 2 large fang marks like right through her shoulders, and there's like little mouse blood and stuff like that everywhere as this snake is just losing it. Hope Jubbins.
All right, I'm gonna pull a trick out of my bag here. And by my bag, I mean a gun, and by a trick, I mean a bullet. We ought to shoot this guy again.
Yeah.
This is what I'm good at, and that's what I'm gonna do. Well, is his mouth open?
Kind of every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, we might go ahead and try to like shoot that weird little tongue hole thing.
Okay.
Bet that would suck.
This will be. I will give you disadvantage on this one.
So I gotta roll twice.
Yeah.
Lame.
Take the higher number.
Well, that'd be a 14, so I failed that.
So you're trying to line up this shot, and the snake just keeps moving its head everywhere, and you fire, and it just sinks into this rotting wood as you hear this like sort of sound, and like pieces of the wood are falling down.
Wait,
you like ruin a
yeah,
bit of
would
the...
you mind holding still there?
Nancy, you are still poisoned.
Yeah.
So, you are taking a point of damage to your strength.
Okay.
The snake now is like trying to like move its head around. It's unsure where everyone is, so it's just gonna kind of flail out. So, Sir Irvin and Hope Chubbins, I need you to make me dexterity checks.
Yeah, I've been failing those a whole bunch, so let's see.
That's another
away from my
fail.
guy. Oh, that's pass.
Okay, so Irvin, you are taking a single point of damage as it hits into you, and it's sort of like it feels the like where you are, as it's like trying to look around, and it is going to try to constrict around you. Sir Irvin, would you like to make me a strength check?
That one is met.
Okay, so you flex out as this snake is coming around you, and you're just like pushing. You know that scene on what is the movie Old School, where the guy has a cigarette in his mouth and he's like on the rings and he's holding himself up? That's what it looks like. As Irvin, you're like lifting your legs up and you're pushing this snake out with your arms as it's trying to crush you, and like Nancy is right underneath you.
I'm flexing for Himbonius.
And Irvin
Looking
and Nancy.
real good there, Irvin.
Whose turn is it?
Both you and Irvin.
I don't have. Wait, Irvin's holding his mouth open?
He's holding the snake, like the snake's trying to constrict around you.
Yeah.
And Irvin's
Oh,
holding
it's-
it back.
Oh, like what? It's coils.
Yeah.
It's not like its mouth. Oh, okay. Darn, we could have shoved the acorn up in its mouth. Yeah. I have so many bad ideas, y'all. I have like one heal left. I don't know what to do.
You are dying. At the
I am
moment.
dying. Yeah, I have to put the heal on myself.
Okay. If you were going to do anything else, I was going to make you have to make that save.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just like
yeah.
lying there, and I just like put the heal on
Protect
myself.
yourself so that you could protect us.
I'm losing with thimbleful of blood. Excuse me. And I'll heal my d6.
Big heels.
+1, 7. I don't even have that many hit points.
So
Bing.
You cast this spell as you heal yourself up. The wounds seal up on your shoulders as you feel the venom leaving your system, and your eyes are clearing a bit. You were really on death's doorstep, and you were looking up at Irvin, who was just like flexing and pushing this snake back with his mice muscles. Irvin, what are you doing?
Irvin is going to try and push as hard as he can to try and get some slack and jump on out of there.
Sure. Yeah, make me another check.
Oh, it met my strength.
All right,
Is that
so
strength?
you push it away as you leap forward, and you do that Marvel landing. As like, you're the one knee, the fist down, the one arm out, your tail flicking back and forth as you look up at this snake, and this snake, its eyes are sealed with blood, its tongue flickering out as it's tasting the air, finally have gotten the patchouli off of it, and it's looking at all of you in a snake way, it's looking at you with its tongue.
Snake way. It takes like 1,000 years to travel or something, doesn't it?
How dare you interfere with this, you notable individuals? You were supposed to be on another world.
Wait, what? When were we supposed to be on another world?
That's what I heard.
Who told you that?
Doesn't matter.
I'm confused. Why would we be on another world? The closer we got to another world was when we went to the moon and then we shot the moon.
It's what I heard from the dinner party.
What dinner party?
I tire of these games.
Oh, now you're the one that's in here like talking stuff and spelling out riddles and what have you.
Hope maybe less talking, more shooting.
Yeah, the
Okay,
snake
yeah,
now-
don't go and shoot it. I'm
Hope
gonna
it
shoot
is
him.
your turn. The snake now, like finding where you are, is like turning its large serpentine head in your direction.
Oh, perfect. Just light that right up, just to ease it, right in the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. You keep rolling low on my fucking damage die. That's a 2.
So you shoot the snake. It's like ricochets off the skull. It's definitely bleeding down some. It's like you heard it, and the snake like flicks its tongue in your direction, just like inches away, which for a mouse is a fair distance away from your face, and it launches forward, biting down onto you, Hope Chubbins. You are taking 3 points of damage, and please make
Ouch.
me a strength check.
Oh, I did not like that. Come here, please, though.
All right, so you
It's a
feel
6.
there's like poison entering your system, but you manage to push the snake head off of you before too much gets in. As you kind of like stumble back, the blood is flowing down over your clothes. This snake now tasting another wonderful mouse treat, and
Well, that startled me and I farted a little bit, so I hope he takes that.
and the snake, not knowing that Irvin has left its coils where Nancy remains, begins to tighten the coil. Nancy, please make me a strength saving throw. Or a strength check. There's no
Make me
saving
do
throws
that.
in this game.
No, that's a fail. That's
You-
a big fail.
So you feel the coils move around you as you take 2 points of damage, and you feel like your
That's
little
okay.
bones creaking as you still have your arms out, but like you feel it on your ribs.
Well, now you're exactly where I want you. And is it my turn? Whose turn is
Yeah,
it?
it is you and Irvin.
Oh, what was he gonna say?
Wait, that's not the other one.
And I, with my little rapier, I'm just stabbing him. I'm just
Yeah.
stabbing him.
Roll that damage.
Big money, 5 damage.
Okay. Irvin, what are you doing? This snake looks rough.
Yeah, Irvin's gonna slash away from the outside, like kind of where Nancy is.
Okay, so you bring your sword up and you just start cutting away the ghosts screaming their ghostly howls. And roll your damage.
That's 6 damage.
Only needed 4, so you start
Oh,
cutting
yeah.
away at this thing. This snake shrieks out as it's writhing in pain, and you cut it in half as the snake shrieks and flops to the ground, sort of like writhing, moving around, and then stops.
Why why didn't we try to do that in the first place? That was actually not that hard to just cut it up.
Or no, they just kept telling me to shoot it, so I kept shooting it.
Usually, when you're larger, your gun does a bit more damage. I believe. I think you're just shooting sunflower seeds at it.
Yeah,
But,
this thing's literally just made from a watch. I did it for fun.
Well, another victory for the notable individuals, and I imagine us posing dramatically on his dead snake corpse.
Yes.
Some Ginyu Force
Hey,
poses.
make
Yes.
sure to watch out for the head. Sometimes the nerves in there
Yes.
keep on biting.
It does sort of
Okay.
like chomp a bit.
Okay. Oh, all right. We need to bag up Himbonius again, and oh, the orb. We have to get it. Oh, say Botham. Good show.
Swallows it.
Oh,
No,
no,
it's not what we wanted. What was
no.
it? Do you get frog, get demigods and whatnot?
How does? Yeah, what happens when he swallows it?
He's good. He's just glowing. He's glowing inside.
Oh, look, he's glowing. Oh, how nice.
Alright, so now what do we do with it?
Those torn up vines, can we still read anything that was on them?
Yeah. So you are reading it, and it is essentially saying like how this is the like one of the hearts of this great tree, and it holds the love and life and hope and prosperity of the dear denizens of it. And you can tell that this is the last remaining one, and the vines are like sort of like reaching out almost weakly at the frog, but they're slowly withering.
Oh. How sad.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we got it before it could all rot away. But, perhaps we can find some sort of like nature godling thing that's about to like get powerful and just like feed it to them. That'd be
Yes.
pretty crazy.
If there was...
Be very helpful on some sort of like final battle situation.
Yes, that feels very, very like a conclusion.
Well, this certainly will not conclude our tales, as we have further adventures in this world of Mausritter. It would be pretty absurd for us to never return, just because, like, some other group decided, hey, we gotta stop adventuring.
Around this time, you feel this like large explosion as we see down below in the chambers, Lady Bywood shoots this beam from her outfit, and everyone's getting out of the way and is hitting a few people, and the wall is erupting as this nightmare creature is coming out into this like central room. But you all are unaware. You just feel the rumblings, and as you're there with Sir Higginbotham, and you watch as like this purple grayish tentacle sort of rips out of the ground, and it's hitting around the area where the orb once was.
Oh, well, let's...
Let's
get that away.
Let's go ahead and get out of
Yes.
here. How much longer till you think we get bigger?
I'm not quite sure. Lady Bywood did not say.
Yeah, that's kind of rude.
So
Might have to go find like a polymorph spell or something.
So our dear notable individuals, you scurry away the way you came, and after meeting up with some old friends you've made along the way, you lead the old residents of the tree out of their old home. You look back at this great world tree. A fire has coated the front of it as it's looking up towards the outer branches. People are screaming in the battlefield, and you lead these people away to a safe distance as you stare at this strange glowing orb inside this toad, wondering what this is all going to do. And we will leave our dear little mice there on the outskirts of this battle, staring at a burning tree that randos are fighting inside of.
We should hope that Tugboat got out of there all right.
Yeah, Tugboat's in another dimension.
Tugboat's
Well, yeah,
fine.
no, but Tugboat might come back. Sometimes
Oh, yeah.
Tugboat will just
No, listen.
drop right back into the same spot that they
The
get
camera
left.
cuts to Tugboat partying with Captain Starchild.
just dancing around. We see Tugboat in their true form. Oh, too late. We left. We'll never know.
You'll never know.
I like to think that Tugboat's like, you know how people draw like the real version of like SpongeBob if they were a human, just like that very like, you know, big teeth, like glasses, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you all have successfully completed a 2-shot of Mausritter.
Yay! We saved the heart of the tree.
Kind of.
No, we totally.
We totally did.
Like well, now Narlathotep can't get it. Maybe for
That's
now.
true, it
Who
was
knows?
That was a
Yeah.
bad frog joke.
It was gonna be a power up if you.
Yeah.
failed.
Haha. Take that.
You made the fight a little bit easier. Yeah.
Yay!
We did it.
We did it. Power friendship.
Honestly, it probably would have been a lot easier for us to do it if we were full size. We could just kind of like punched through the wall, grabbed it.
This is true. But
Wood was all rotten and everything. It wouldn't have been particularly hard.
Lady
Lady
Bywood
Bywood
was
was
funny
like-
to hear.
Lady Bywood thought it was funny. It was like, I don't have time for y'all to like be in my business, so just be
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might figure out that something's going on.
Yeah, we're real. Oh man, they're notable individuals or something.
And this will just piss off
Too
Tyrell
nice.
further, as they just do not have good teamwork. So,
Nope.
So what'd you all think of Mausritter?
That was delightful.
I like
Fun.
it.
Very
game.
cute.
Yeah, I think this could be a lot of fun. For like a long game, they have like ways to upgrade the characters, more like magic items, that kind of stuff, bigger adventures. But we just got a little taste of it. I do like it though; it does seem really cool. I like drawing all the mouse art.
Babe.
All right, well, we are at the time of the stream where if there's anything you would like to promote, share, anything like that, by all means. I have been your GM for this evening. You can find me. I am one of 2 GMs for our current campaign in the podcast Battle of the Seven Dice. We have a campaign going called Escaping Carcosa, where it is 2 groups of people. We got investigators trying to break people out from a video game, and we got people trying to escape from this video game that they're trapped in, this VR death game. A lot of fun. We have video versions of it on YouTube. Our YouTube's doing super well. YouTube Shorts, baby. So check that out. It's really good. I have put a lot of work into it. I'm very proud. And as well as our other campaigns like Rising Yathotep, all that kind of stuff is all up on our YouTube. And then, of course, we have the Chosen Few on our feed. What I will promote today is go check out. I've been listening to Nameless Monsters. Go listen to Nameless Monsters. It's a lot of fun. Monster of the Week game. There's a guy named Greg who's like super greasy and creepy, and he runs like every store.
Greasy Greg.
Yeah, greasy old Greg. So check it out. It's fun. They goof around quite a bit. Monster of the Week game. Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason, and I recommend when you do your laundry, take the weird stuff out of your pockets, because I cleaned out a washing machine today, and there are ungodly items in there. It's fucking disgusting. Just don't put it in there to begin with.
Eve. You're muted. If
My
you're
dog's
talking.
barking at me.
Okay.
You can find me over at Lawless Vic on the Twitter. That is Lawless is in crime, Vic is in victory. I'm gonna recommend if you like that game The Forest, where you're in the woods with a bunch of mutant guys. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. The sequel just dropped. Even better. I'm having a blast with it. You get a mutant companion who's just this 3-armed, 3-legged chick that just kind of like comes out of the woods and slowly walks up to you. You're like, what the fuck do you want? What are you gonna turn into and attack me with? And she just runs away like a deer. It's weird. And then she'll come back and be like chill and give you stuff. And so I was like, okay, well that's nice. And I realized I could give her stuff, but turns out the only stuff that you can give her is a gun.
So this is called
So she gave me a fish, and so I gave her a gun, and now she just follows me around shooting
now she has a
everything.
gun.
It's awesome.
Jenny's got a gun.
So she's got 3 arms. She can hold a shotgun and a pistol at the same time and shoot them at the same time. It's sick.
That's handy.
It's very handy. Literally. Yeah, I don't really have anything else at the moment.
And Jess.
Dogs.
Yay, dogs. Yeah, sorry, when we won, all I could think was Redwall.
Yeah.
So I'm Jess. I'm art_fantastical on the social medias. I make a lot of, I've done a lot of art for the show. I want to draw us as little mice too. Yeah, thanks for coming out for this little 2-shot. Next week will be the final finale battle of Rise of Nyarlathotep, which we've been playing for 2 years. Our 2-year anniversary was like 3 weeks ago, and it's the final battle for the randos. And I hope you will all tune in for that. And if you're not caught up, it is all on YouTube available. Because we were low-key dunking on ourselves this whole time. Being that the notable individuals are the opposite of the randos. So they're all about fire safety and bomb directions and diplomacy, and the randos are not.
They didn't even detonate it.
Yeah. They didn't even use the
our
acorn
bomb.
Yeah, look at that. So
We were given a
responsible.
bomb and we did not use it.
You're given a bomb, you had fire spells, like all sorts of things. You're just like, this doesn't seem safe,
See,
guys.
No.
And that's why
Doesn't
you
seem
don't
safe.
give Hope the bomb, because she does have a tendency, like, hey, if they don't want to listen to diplomacy, I guess we could just blow them up, but other people think with their heads.
It's true.
Yeah. I hope y'all will tune in next week for that finale. It's gonna be a blast.
Yes, it will be a lot of fun. I think that if you enjoy the dungeons, if you enjoyed the dragons, if you enjoyed the tomfoolery, then that finale is where you want to be. It is going to be the cool hit moment. So check that out. Very excited. And we are going to do a quick little raid.
Yeah.
So who are we raiding today?
Exploding Dice, that's Askren. He's
Sure,
on.
let's go look at some art.
Yeah.
Exploding dice. All right, everyone. So we are heading on over. Check out some art. Gonna be real cool. We will be back on Tuesday, so get ready for some Rise of Nyarlathotep goodness. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.